It's Wale
Welcome to Twale TV. Thank you. Welcome back. Well, Chelsea yesterday. Well, don't get too excited, Chelsea fans. An impressive win, but not an impressive performance. We're not out of the woods yet. So I'm still waiting. I'm still watching. This so-called very good manager in charge of top clubs, they have to prove themselves. I've said that so many times. So Graham Potter for me, good guy, good manager. But why is Chelsea not playing together? Why so many unforced errors? Why is like a disjointed, attackers? They just can't figure out who is where, what is happening. But at the end of the day, I have to say I'm proud of them. They got a win out of a very not so good performance. Same thing with Manchester United this evening. Well, Man U's case is even worse, to be honest. They are like a team in total trouble. They are in serious. It's a real wahala for Man U right now, because if are they not, don't let me even go there, because all these Man U fans, they just keep sending me messages as they're too emotional for me. This channel is about talking facts, okay? And it's about having banter. Man, you at the moment, you are rubbish. Rubbish, rubbish. Okay? So your performance tonight was shambolic. And that's a team that came seventh or eighth in the Cypriot League. Omo, you're supposed to whack those guys like 10-0. But it's a problem in hiding. Mourinho was sacked, and since he's been sacked from Manchester United, I know a while back, since he's been sacked, can you see any development with the club, with the team? No. They've gone, on a slope, and they haven't recovered. When you don't put a top manager in charge of these top clubs, you have to take what you get. I've been saying that you take what you get, and I'm waiting to see how our so-called owners, I'm talking about Chelsea, as a true blue is the color. So I'm waiting to see how they will react if things are not going well for Graham Potter, because Graham Potter for me is a top guy, but not a world-class manager. And you have world-class players at your disposal. If you don't get the results, it's not a healthy situation to be in. So I'll wait to see that. Anyway, it's just to touch base on Man U's game and Chelsea's game. Good for both of them, but excuse me, nothing to get excited about. Very lackluster performance from Manchester United, especially, and the same thing with Chelsea. Since we've sacked Thomas Tuchel, I know it's still very, a short time ago, so we should give Graham Potter some time, please. But since we've sacked him, we are not playing better. We are not doing anything better than what we were doing under Thomas Tuchel. So Graham Potter would have to prove. He would have to prove, because it baffles me sometimes how football operates, or how these so-called owners operate. You spend so much money buying particular players for a particular manager, and then you got rid of him. Aubameyang came to Chelsea probably mostly because of Thomas Tuchel in charge. The same thing, Koulibaly. You paid for these guys, and then you got rid of the manager. And then the new manager doesn't seem to share the same vision. Look at Eduardo Mendy, our goalkeeper, number one. He's on the bench. Okay, fair enough. He's been, lately, and I'm very happy for Kepa, to be honest, because I believe he's a very good keeper, but it's just been unfortunate because Mendy has been in top form for over a year. So now it's good for Mendy to taste that medicine, that you can't afford to drop your level if you are a top number one. And that's the price he has to pay. He has to sit on the bench and watch Kepa. So that's that. But why do these owners do this? You spend so much money and you got rid of Thomas Tuchel. We're not better off yet. Until we're better off, I'll continue drumming that beat, that what is going on. Okay? If you're a Chelsea fan, if you're not seeing what I'm saying, you're just in a dreamland. Until Thomas Tuchel until Graham Potter starts to play better than we were playing under Thomas Tuchel, and until he wins something. Because that's the pressure that comes with top club. You have to win. You have to win. I don't mind my color that is fading in and out. Oh. I'm watching the screen and it's like some magician. Anyway, so we have to call it out as it is. So much money has been spent, so much management change, but still no difference. The same with Manchester. No, not the same. I can't compare our problem with Man U's problem. Man U's problem is a long. I hope it doesn't become a permanent transitional problem. Okay? That was what Chelsea went through decades ago. That was what Arsenal went through since Wenger left. They've been going, down, 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 down. Nothing has happened. So they were criticizing Wenger for only, maintaining top four for I think for 16 seasons consecutively. And they were criticizing the old man. Say, we want more. How can you guys? We can't just rely on top four only. Yeah. That's what you get. Top four is not a priority for you to get. And since Wenger has been sacked, what have you achieved apart from the FA Cup? Arteta won you a couple of seasons ago, or two seasons ago. So sometimes you have to be careful, how you handle a bad situation in a club, especially when you have a bad spell with a top manager. Sometimes you have to leave them. You have to leave them. Look at Everton. They let Rafa Benitez go, and what have they achieved since? Nothing. It happens all the time. I beg. I don't want to talk too much tonight. Please go to Twale TV Sports channel. Leave us your name, your number, so that you can get involved on the show. We are inviting fans, friends and family to come on the show. Let's have a discussion about your favorite club, what is going on at your club, how we see it, and you tell us how you see it. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk tomorrow, okay? Tonight is going to be a very short one. As I'm sitting here, I'm watching Arsenal. They are at the moment, beating Bodo, Gimit, or whatever their name is. The only thing that excites me tonight was when I was watching Man U, Omonia, what's the name? Omonia, whatever. They use abbreviation for clubs. So they, instead of writing the old Omonia, they wrote Omo. So it's like Omo is playing Man U. Only me. OMO v Man U tonight. But, OMO got beaten. Man U luckily escaped. Again, a very, very, very boring performance from Manchester United. Thankfully, Rashford came to the rescue and Martial again. So thank you, guys. Let's catch up tomorrow. Go to the site, leave us your details, and then we will get in touch with you because we are bringing in fans. We have some fans already, but we want a certain number of fans before we can start the show engaging you fans. You'll be seeing yourself for screen. You'll become a star. All over the world, people will be watching you. Now. All right. Thank you for watching. We'll catch up tomorrow. Stay safe, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow. Good night. Ciao. That technical whatever is not my fault, I beg.